welcome to the first episode of the Higher Level podcast. So just to give you a wee bit of information on what the podcast is about, obviously it's an MMA podcast, and the podcast is based out of the gym Higher Level, and our topics and everything we're going to be discussing, fighter interviews are all going to be based around guys training at the gym, people come through the gym, and generally it's just a podcast that are centred around the MMA. So this is the first episode, as I said. And tonight on the first episode we've obviously got Higher Level head coach James Doolan and also Higher Level lightweight Stevie McIntosh. I nearly said Stevie there. That's a story. Longest story in the first episode, nonetheless.
In case it kicks off.
So we've got obviously a few things to talk about tonight. Obviously your fight coming up and recent events that's happened to you with regards to the fight in M1. But before we get into all that, there was a big card at the weekend. We had Edgar versus Holloway. Holloway came back down to featherweight after his fight against 1340 up at lightweight, and also with the co-main event with Chris Cyborg making a return after losing a belt to Amanda Nunes. So we'll come to you, James, first. Just with regards to the Chris Cyborg fight, what was your thoughts on that fight? Obviously the opponent coming in was former Victor World Champion. Give me your thoughts on that Cyborg's performance.
I think the biggest take for it was the opponent was tough. She was a tough girl. She's seen a bit of doing, but she was still there at the end. Cyborg pretty much done what you'd expected. She's went in and kind of put it on the girl with pressure and good striking and stuff like that. I was surprised she didn't get the finish. I don't know if maybe she's slowing down or diminishing, or if it was just due to the other girl was pretty tough. And when you get the chance, sometimes when you get a chance to face a fighter who's got the reputation she's got and stuff, it raises your game. So it might have been a combination of both, but I think Cyborg came in, it was the last fight in her contract, I know, so she came in and she was fighting kind of angry a wee bit. Just came to light that she's been angry with Dana White and stuff. But she pretty much done what we expected today, other than get the finish against that girl.
I think the other thing as well is Cyborg's fought a lot it seems like a lot of, which Amanda Nunes technically is a bantamweight, she's a big bantamweight, but she's fought a lot of bantamweights who've come up to 145. This girl was actually a natural 145. I think that played a part in her durability as well.
Yeah, definitely. I think when she's bashing those other girls about, some of them have even been fighting at flyweight coming up, just because they're getting offered a little bit more money and stuff like that. But it's probably the first time that she's fought somebody comparable in size.
You watched that one, Steve?
Seen it, I kind of went out, I thought it would go, to be honest. I thought Paul Simon would have stopped it, to be fair, but like you said, the girl was tough. See that she was carrying a bit of weight as well, like, so I don't know if she hadn't cut much weight, the girl, like, so I don't know if she came up. I think that's one of Cyborg's biggest thing, that she was really big for the weight. But again, she was really aggressive. I don't know if that's something to do with the stuff that Dana White doing. She was just she was out to kind of prove her point, but she never managed to get the stoppage. But the problem is, I think I can't see her, like, that's a good winner for her, but I can't see her being Nunes later. That'll probably be the next rematch, I would imagine. That'll happen. I imagine we'll push for that. But I think the same with Paul again.
Do you think it's a hard sell in that division for the women? Obviously, a lot of people were talking about Megan Anderson, obviously Cyborg's opponent, who she beat, actually beat Megan Anderson. So doesn't seem like there's really any depth in it.
I think there's like 3 fighters, 3 natural girls at that weight. There's not much outside, even at Invicta and stuff, it's kind of thin pickings. But some of the other female divisions started like that as well. There was a point in time where even the strawweight division and stuff was like that. Now if you look at that, it's an excellent division.
Do you think it's just that, obviously there's a lot of girls at lighter weights.
There's a big pool as well, fighters, so.
That's because, I mean, if you think of Scotland, how many girls can you think of fighting at that weight class, and say Scotland, even the UK, there's really, for me there's none that spring to mind.
There's a nightmare trying to get fear that match, isn't it? Because there's no really, the weight that she wanted to fight it is like...
It's always been a problem. We had, when Joanne was here, she thought she couldn't fight amateur, and then she never fought any domestic opponents. Like, it was straight out of the gate. She had French girl, went and fought a Ukrainian girl and stuff like that. You don't have to...
Just take what you get, really.
Yeah.
How difficult is it, we're going a wee bit off now, but just as a coach, see matching the girls versus matching, let's say, like Stevie and stuff like that, is it much harder work?
In general, the girls are much harder to match just because there's not that many of them. Some of the male weight classes can be a problem in match. Like if you run about bantam, feather, light, and welterweights, they're fairly stacked everywhere. There's average kind of size males. They're easy to match, but some of the other divisions are a bit harder. But the girls things are an absolute nightmare. It used to be the same way with some of the younger guys, like teenagers, if you're trying to match them when they're about age. But that's going to be a bit easier. But the girls is a nightmare. Like Steve was saying, he wants to fight probably 5 times a year, and try to get a match is an absolute nightmare.
Is it something you just need to start with? Do you maybe need to start looking abroad for free? Is it just that difficult trying to get fights in the UK?
Yeah, well, pretty much she's going to have to fight international girls, I think, and there comes with a cost to that. Like the last girl she fought with, we were fortunate, it was one of our mates that was promoting the show in Glasgow, and we actually found sponsors to fly Fee's opponent in and pay for hotels for her in her corner and stuff. She pretty much fought for no purse, like a pro fight, just to get the fight. But you're always looking for opportunities for them to travel, and you're going to have to take weight notice in, and you're going to have to play with the weight a wee bit, so you're not going to get the ideal weight just to get the actual fight. It's a nightmare, but
it's definitely, I mean, you can see it in that when you look at the 145 division. It seems like it was made for Cyborg, and obviously Nunes come up and upset the art. It's weird how for the last fight, I mean, you saw Nunes had a chance, but I think it's pretty safe to say a lot of people would have favoured Cyborg going into that.
I would probably say that. I would probably agree with that. I think skill set wise, I think Nunes is a lot more a cleaner striker. I think the whole game's better, to be honest. But like you say, the Cyborg's a big name and the bigger opponent, but that Nunes is big. Like she's big. And a big jet. Like
he definitely gets some. The other thing I think as well with Nunes, although Cyborg's she's been about for quite a long time, Nunes has probably fought, especially over the last 5 years, she's fought stiffer competition.
For sure, yeah.
So I think that would be a part in just making her better get through.
Definitely. I'll agree with that.
But and also on that card, with the main event, but then he was interested in that main event just purely because Max obviously coming off that fight with Dustin. It wasn't that long ago, and that was a tough fight.
Yeah, for sure. That fight went exactly the way I thought it was going to go. It was not so much a carbon copy of the first fight with him, but it was kind of like he just kind of picked Edgar off for the outside. But he does that to most of his opponents. Like his kind of range management control for fighting is excellent. It's super hard to take down. And Edgar's been an amazing fighter. Like one of my favourite fighters. Like growing up watching him, but I think you just get to a point in your career where I think he's got. I mean, he's still going to probably win the odd fight here and there, but I think with the elite guys in that division, he's going to struggle. And he's strangely not even that big for a featherweight. He seems to be pretty small for a featherweight. It's like he could make bantamweight, but the fact that he fought a lightweight, I don't know. But
the thing, I don't know if you would agree with this, James. I think when there was obviously talent at lightweight and Frankie was fighting there was no two ways about it.
Yeah.
But the division back then when Frankie was champion versus the division now, I think it's a different world. I think sure. I don't know if Frankie could be the lightweight champion and the way how stiff the division is now. What about you, James? What did you think about Frankie's performance and Max's?
I enjoyed the fight. There are two guys you always watch. Like they're two guys. They're right at the very pinnacle of the sport. I think Frankie's definitely on the way. Like he's on the back nine type of thing. Whereas Max might be in his peak right now. The Dustin fight was interesting. It just looked. I think they could fight again, and Max could probably take that fight. It was a great fight, but I think what you've seen in that is back when Frankie was causing havoc, it was the volume. He threw more punches. His pace was higher. His footwork and his angles and stuff was excellent. And now what you're seeing with Max is somebody who does that, but even more. There's more volume for Max. I think he's the highest output maybe in the division. His movement, his angles, and his switching and stuff. It's like an evolved version of Frankie from years ago. You're seeing with Max. And it's interesting to watch, like, because it makes you wonder what's coming next. But I think Holloway's probably cemented his place now as the best featherweight all time.
I think as well, just to jump back to his previous fight against Dustin, obviously it's a big ask to go, because I mean it's going from featherweight to lightweight, but you're going up there and you're fighting one of the best in the world, and but he's not got that fight because there is an adjustment going up there. There is a change in power, and Max maybe need to change approach because he's no going to be
taller Rangers fighter.
Aye, and he's no probably like, where he can just pepper guys and pressure them. That power Mike will carry as much against the lightweights, and Dustin has even come out and said himself he's now a pretty big lightweight after killing himself. I think Max could have done better if he maybe had got a couple of lightweight fights under his belt before that.
That fight was competitive as well. Like Max was still winning exchanges and rounds and stuff. Like some of the fights, if one or two of these sequences goes the other way, the outcome of the fight is completely different. But it was actually quite a close fight. But I think a tune-up fight would have been a smart idea. But
Poirier's legit. Like
it's two guys at
the highest
top of their game, and both of the guys are probably right in their prime right now as well.
But Poirier, I guess, is a good example. It's something we're seeing a lot now. Poirier's a guy who went down to featherweight to gain an advantage, and I think just hurt himself down there.
Well, the thing with that McGregor shot, it didn't even look like much. Do you know what I mean? And it might not have been the weight cut, but it could have a part of it. Do you know what I mean? It looked like it kind of clipped. I think it was like the top kind of behind the
it was
like on top of the head. But maybe if he was up at lightweight, that he might not have went down as easy. You don't know. It's hard to tell. McGregor's got that power as well. Do you know what I mean? But if you look at, like, for example, like since they both fought McGregor, their games have just like went through. Like they just shot through the roof. Especially Holloway. Like if you look at Holloway when he fought McGregor to Holloway now, he's like a whole different fighter. I mean, he's different class. Like he's one of my favourites to watch now. Like, I think he's matured as a fighter, especially like. And he's what age is he? Like 25 or something like that.
No, I think he was at one point he was one of the youngest in the UFC, wasn't he?
That's right.
Because I think was his first fight against Dustin in the UFC was.
He was 19 or something. I think then he fought Conor about 21. So he's maybe 25 now, but he's on that winning streak with
super confident.
Whatever it is, 11 featherweight fights or whatever.
Yeah. You've got to feel as well though. There's probably still some. I think the next fight Max is talking about is apologies for ruining his name. Australia. Volkanovski. That's
he looks legit.
I
was just saying that to James. I think that would be a great fight if they get. I would like to see him in Holloway. Because you have pressure on the full time, which is probably how to try and beat Holloway.
It's hard. Sometimes guys are that good until they lost. Like Cyborg was that good until she get beat off Nunes.
Even it happens all the time. Like Joanna Jędrzejczyk as well.
She's just like a bad.
Just scoring a slide. It's like a confidence thing, but. It's a tough old game MMA.
I think sometimes as well, especially like Joanna after she lost a fight, sometimes you see a fighter making some excuses and stuff like that, and that's never a good thing, I don't think.
Nah, definitely not. Nah, you just need to kind of swallow your pride. It's like it's a game of inches, you know what I mean? You can make one slight mistake in like an MMA and it can cost you, and that's just the name of the game. You know, you need to accept it, but it's always shite. It's happened to me. Do you know what I mean? It's shit. It's just part of the sport though. Like,
you've had some fair ones. Probably one of the most horrendous things I've ever seen in a fight is probably your fight against Daniel Wojtkowski, who looked like the side of a house, by the way. It was the nut shot, the impact.
I'm just going to try and get some supplements.
That was
a big fella.
And that
seems to be doing well. He seems to be doing well. He's like champion in Poland or something like that now.
Is he still fighting at
featherweight? I think he said.
How he made featherweight?
I know he makes featherweight, but I'm not going to.
That's maybe a topic for another show. But obviously Max Holloway, that's probably what he's looking at next. Do you think? I think there is potential for Frankie to maybe.
Drop down the
bantamweight. I think he could do it without killing himself.
Looking at him, it looks like he could do it, but again, it's that thing. Like, it's sometimes like it seems to be everybody's answer to everyone drop a weight class, but
normally it's not something I would sort of advocate for a fighter. I don't think it's smart, but when you look at Frankie,
just size wise, he does look like he could be a bantamweight, but I mean, it's hard to tell sometimes with guys.
Have you met Frankie? I've never met Frankie in person. Have you met him in person?
He's small. He is actually small. I've met him. There's a couple of the guys like Cub Swanson and stuff like that. Were a lot smaller than what you think when you meet them. I don't know what the average height is now. At featherweight, at one point the average height of the guys was 5'6". I know when I competed at bantamweight, it was running about the same. Like there wasn't really any bantamweights over 5'7". I was one of the taller ones at 5'9". But I think he's obviously thought about dropping the bantamweight, and it's just for whatever reason him and his coaches have just never
too far maybe
never entertained it.
It's
It looks like he wasn't cutting any weight to make lightweight though. It's like he was like, probably wanting to be like 72.
It might be due to his style. He might think that he's maybe trial cutted it or something, but he might just feel like I've not got the energy to move at this speed for 5.5s.
See, my thing as well with him though is he's had quite a few opportunities now at the featherweight belt, and I would think Frankie's the type of guy who's probably not going to hang around and take fights for the sake of taking fights. He seems like somebody who's been quite astute in his career in terms of finances and stuff like that.
I don't know what age he is, Dave. I don't think he's getting any younger either.
37.
So. And generally for the smaller guys, you sort of don't age as well as the bigger guys. Bigger guys seem to take longer to mature into themselves. You can see heavyweights and stuff like that fighting in their mid to late 30s, 40s even DC.
Yeah.
But with the lighter guys, it seems like
it's harder.
It's
definitely harder.
But I don't know if Frankie would get, no matter what he'd done, would he get a shot at the featherweight belt again?
I don't think so. I think even if Holloway goes on to lose it, I don't think he'd need to go on a run of fights, maybe like 3-4 fights, and that might take him 2 years.
I think there's guys before him.
There's guys going to be ahead of him.
I suppose the problem with bantamweight as well is bantamweight's not exactly bantamweight's a good division.
I think he'd look. It sounds mad saying it now, but he'd be slow at bantamweight. It's similar to when Brad Pickett went to flyweight. He was quite fast at bantam. Then when you see him with the flyweights, you're like, oh, there's a difference in speed.
See, even like watching me Peter and that, or like even me Feed, like they move ridiculously fast. Because there's no weight to them at all. But
it's just, I think the concern with Frankie as well is, and it's something we're going to speak about, is you just don't want to see a fighter drudge. You know, a guy like him who's a legend in the sport. He's done stuff that no many fighters can do, and that's getting that UFC belt. That's something that's
an unbelievable achievement.
Just getting to the UFC is difficult enough.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially at a time when Frankie did. I think not that it's easy to get to the UFC, but there's more shows and there's more openings for guys, and it's still really difficult. But back then when it was like not as many shows, the route could be a bit more tricky, I think.
Yeah, for sure, definitely.
The card as a whole, what did you think of the card, James? Was there any standout performances for you?
I obviously enjoyed Holloway and Edgar. I liked Jeff Neal.
He's good to watch.
He's fun to watch. That was a good match with Price as well. The two of them are very good. I look forward to watching him again. I like to see him maybe fight that Vincenzo Luca. Even Mike Perry or somebody would be good.
That'd be cool.
And then further down, one of Danny Henry's off the front, Hakeem Dawaldo. I watched him. He fought was a Japanese guy. I thought it was a good fight. Chinese.
I think so.
Had a bit of a tricky first round trying to figure the guy out, but then you could see him. You could see his IQ kicking in, and he shot the guy down and stopped him in round 3. He looked good again.
He's a pretty smooth striker, isn't he?
Very slick, very slick. He actually switched him into clinch. And you could see him, like the guy had nothing for him in the clinch, and you could see him just finding ways to get back in there.
He got the head kick off the clinch, didn't he?
Yeah, he clinched, landed the knee, and as the kid was coming out, he's kicked the head.
It was smooth.
He looked good again. He looks like he
try to push him a bit, eh?
Yeah, he could give a lot of guys problems, and I think he needs to learn how to stop people a bit, like hurt them a bit more. I think that was his first stoppage in the UFC, but
it looks like he got points a lot.
Yeah, but his stuff looked nice.
That was the one that kind of stood out for me. I never really seen the full card. I seen the highlights of the Neil fight, and I love watching it. He won by head kick KO not long ago, and it was horrendous. Like, it was one of the worst head kick KOs I've seen.
It was a match, because that Nico Price is a bit of a wild man as well.
It was a good fight.
That did knock the guy, like he was like in like bottom half guard or something, just that hammer fist off. Part of his sleep.
Because I saw that one, I thought that way, because the both of them are Nico Price more so. He has got that tendency, although I'm sure coaches don't love seeing this. I know you probably don't love seeing it when Danny's fighting. Sometimes you just caution goes to the wind and you just go for it. It can be fun to watch, but dangerous for the fighter. But
we always egg each other on for it as well. The toe to toe.
I've seen that. Is that something you try and discourage?
I hate it.
I remember I was fighting on top, and what's the ring announcer's name?
Stuart Allen.
It must only do it for the main event. But all I heard was, let's go, get ready to go toe to toe. And I kind of turned around and just kind of looked, and it's just like, because Bundy's like fucking in the cage, like loving it, shouting toe to toe.
So is that, that's, so you have fun when you're in here at Super Sundays?
Aye, we didn't really go mental with this sparring and that. You
Just
get
if you're sparring your brother?
Aye, that's always like square to go. Yeah, actually, he came for a spar. I think James was in.
Right.
So he came in, and honestly, like, we started at this end of the hall and we were just like fucking swinging at each other at the other end of the hall. It's always like that when we spar.
He's due back in as well.
And he's due back because he's got a fight now. He's got a
Aye.
fight, so we kind of try to stay away from each other and spar.
I generally don't let brothers spar together. There's a bunch of brothers training here. I'll let them drill and whatever else, but as soon as it comes to sparring, it's keep them away from each other.
Who's the worst two guys you need to keep away from each other?
There's nobody really that, but sometimes you can see guys having maybe one guy will land a shot and then you can see them right there, they're going to go. I think Danny Henry's a nightmare sometimes, and then we've got a Polish kid here called Oscar,
He's good.
and he just loves fighting. Sometimes when you put these two together, you're like, oh shit. They'll go a wee bit, but generally they're not smashing each other. It's the pace they put on each other. It's the landing, and then they're trying to push and try to push and try to push. But you'll maybe land that one clean shot. But if you're coaching, you see them land that one clean shot, you're like, right, let's watch his power here. But where you get problems when it's consecutive clean shots, it's like a hard combination, or the guy's posture goes, or he turns a certain way and he maybe gets kicked over the head or whatever. But generally, guys in here will control it to an extent. Sometimes when we have guys come to other clubs, you know it's going to go a wee bit, but
So there's that bravado when you're getting into. I've spoken to guys that go and spar at other gyms, and there's an element of you want to look good. You don't want to get in have guys hitting your crap for that.
Yeah, we're not that first when guys come here. It's like if they come in and do well, then who cares? It's not the same as a fight. We had a lot of guys came before training with Graham Turner, and Graham has got no ego, so guys would come in and be like, I sparred with Graham Turner, he's had 10 fights at Cage Warriors and I've done alright against him and stuff like that, and like, go and stand across from him, like it's fair, make the featherweight limit, stand across from him and see how that goes for you. It's different on the night.
And Graham's he's looking to get, because I saw he's trying to. Is Graham far away for getting something, or what do you think?
He'll fight this year. He got bit with a dog recently and get stitches in his face. But he's still training.
I don't mean to laugh at you. You're injuring Graham, by the way, if you see this. But I don't spar at all, so stay away from me.
He got a plastic surgeon to stitch his face.
That was pretty bad. He's got a big hole in his leg.
I think it was maybe a nip in my tetanus bag, no?
No, it was like some staffy thing.
So how did it happen?
It was his mate's dog or
It's a
something.
nice mate's house, and he says that he usually rubs the dog's belly and all that, and it's just bit his face.
Some would say it's a right number.
So it's put back his comeback by a couple of months, but he's trained, stitches are in his training and stuff, so it'll just be a matter of time. His weight's coming down, but he'll be back, I think, if they won this year and then go at it next year, I think.
Is that something you kind of knew he was at some point going to come back? It was just timing, or
I think it was too much,
there was some stuff went on with him personally, I think, that was getting in the way of competing, and I think once that kind of ran its course, his natural response to moving on with stuff was to get back in the gym, which is what most fighters are going to do. But I think he regrets having the time out that he had. He did have a legit injury, he snapped the ankle ligaments and stuff. But he's good to have him back in the gym.
He's brilliant. Like, he's amazing training partner. Like, he's for the very start, he's like honestly one of the nicest guys you could ever meet. But like you say, you watch him fight, he's a bad guy. Like, but he's a great training partner. Like, he's always looking out for you. And that, like James says, you can win rounds against Turner in the gym, but like you say, when you stand across from him, it's a totally different ball game. If you watch any of his fights, like, he's 100 mile an hour, like putting the pace on you, and he's wanting to hurt you.
the nickname's adequate.
For sure.
So it must be good for you as well if he's coming back in and he's committed and training, and he's because it's only got to benefit the guys around about him like you, Stevie, and other guys. So it must be good for the team as a whole having Graham back in here.
Yeah, it's a lot. He's had 35 pro fights. It's a lot of experience not to have. You're going to have a natural cycle with guys have to move on and retire and stuff. We've had that time now where we kind of lost Martin Delaney and Graham at the same time. It's like, and they were kind of the guys that were ahead of Stevie to start with. and Stevie was coming up through Barman Cage Warriors, so the natural progression was they would go away and do what they had to do in life, families and stuff, and then it'd be Stevie coming through, then Danny, then Stevie, and then with the younger guys obviously coming through behind Dame. But now Graham's back in and he's still 30, and it's that 35 pro fights experience. You're not going to find that off a lot of guys in this country. He's fought some of the best guys in Europe, and he spent a lot of time on Cage Warriors and stuff like that as well. When Cage Warriors was legit the best show in Europe, no like it's not what it was now, but the guys he fought, there's a reason all the guys have gone straight from Cage Warriors to the UFC and that.
Yeah, Turner's been kind of one fight away. I think he's been pretty unlucky not to get like crack in the UFC. It's been kind of one fight, I think, kind of that fight with the Cage Warriors title fight, and then before that Spanish dude and that too, he ended up in the UFC, that Alvarez, so he's just been really unlucky. He absolutely told that Alvarez for 2.5 rounds, caught in a guillotine with a couple of minutes to go. And
it's an unforgiving game. It just shows you the difficulty. Do you think as well coming back in now, because I don't know, obviously the UFC's probably the hanging most fighters' minds, but there's a lot of good avenues out there, there's a lot of good shows, there's a lot of, I mean, if you look at, obviously UFC, this side of the world's the most recognisable, but if you really look at the numbers, one's the biggest promotion in the world. By quite a distance as well. I mean, you've got to say, the UFC's went through a bit of a transition, and I think, especially in the UK with all the BT stuff and that, they're losing some eyeballs.
The big fights are few and far between the UFC, I think. Like there's, like McGregor was a man that's like excited everybody. You've kind of lost him. I don't know if he'll come back or what, but like, and then like you've not got that kind of superstar like Anderson or that anymore. Kind of he's another guy who probably should have like quit maybe a couple of years back, 2-3 years ago, and he's out his prime completely. And it's a shame to see guys fighting like out of their time. Like it's kind of sad to see. Like obviously they must be doing it for like kind of a nest egg for like kind of financial reasons or whatever, but it does nothing for the legacy. You know, it's quite a shame to see it.
And I think obviously something we were going to speak about anyway is BJ Penn, who's he obviously had a bit of issues, but I mean BJ Penn, I think he started this losing run against Nick Diaz, and BJ Penn was and is a great fighter, but MMA evolves that quickly.
He shouldn't be fighting for me. Like it's just, you can't really say that because like the guy's a world class fighter and he's fought at the highest level all his career, done amazing things, but like he could have stopped 5 years ago. Like it's just like he's kind of fighting. I don't know. I presume he gets good pay. I don't know, but like it's dangerous because he's getting beat up bad sometimes as well. Like I mean that Ryan Hall fight like was obviously I thought it was actually a good matchup for him. But obviously it was caught with the deal book, but I thought striking wise he would have probably done okay. But like he's got to take some beatings and it's a shame to see.
It is. I personally don't really like watching BJ anymore, and it's just it's almost like a fall for grace, and the problem is you've got a lot of fans coming into the sport now over the last say 4 or 5 years who'll see like a BJ Penn or like an Anderson Silva and they only see the recent ones, they don't see them in their prime. I mean, were you surprised they matched BJ again, James?
I think so, especially when you know that Dana White told Chuck Liddell he wasn't going to fight again because it was his pal. But I don't think BJ Penn fights for financial reasons. I think he's financially pretty secure, and he was even at the start. His family's meant to have a bit of money, but you know, fighters just love it. It's not even maybe the fight; it's the adoration and the occasion and the attention some of them love. And most of them definitely go on past their best. That's not even just in MMA. If you look at the history of boxing and stuff like that, all the way back to the early 1900s and stuff, guys were going on past when they should have retired. And some guys are just addicted to the actual fight, but you see these guys going to bare knuckle and stuff now and they get patched. But it's not nice to watch. I don't like it. Somebody should take care of them. If it's not a coach, it should be the organisation themselves, just being like, or do what Bellator do and put them, have almost like a legends division where you've got all these guys over 35 or whatever, and let them fight each other. Like this, like if you see that, it's alright. They're not going to bash each other the same way some young up and coming animal.
It almost feels like it's that adoration, and see that it's like a drug, I suppose, that walk out to the cage, and obviously sometimes when you win it's amazing, when you lose it's the complete opposite.
Chase that, like I know for stopping fighting and stuff like that myself, it's something you can't replace it. and the guys he's doing it at a much higher level than I've done it, but I know I stopped fighting in 2013 and we're still probably not a couple of days goes past where I'm thinking, I wonder if I should stay one there, or I start looking at names and could just go back at lightweight and do this and do that. And there's no money in that for me compared to what you guys are getting, but you miss it.
It's about getting in there and competing.
Yeah.
The problem with BJ as well, I think BJ is such a big name, is you wouldn't imagine that he's going around about him saying to him, or you wouldn't think anyway, telling BJ this is, because you're right, what saying financially, I don't think BJ's ever been fighting for money because he's financially secure. But BJ's a wild man as well. I mean, he fought you look at his record, Lyoto Machida and stuff like that.
You can see that when you watch him in the corner. Like his corner guys that'll tell him, son, he's not listening to those guys. He's like, there's some fighters are just like that, don't listen to anybody. He's definitely one of them.
It's the sort of onus for me would be on the. For me, I thought the UFC, if you went Dana White said wouldn't match him again, which is what I was hoping. Even if BJ wanted to fight, went after another organisation where maybe he wasn't fighting the killers, because the UFC can be quite unforgiving at times with their matchmaking. They don't really throw many bones to people, even the legends. So even if
you seen what they've done with Anderson Silva and Israel Adesanya, it's like you feed the old guys to the young guys. It gives you your next 5 years. That's your new star for the next 5 years. Like the easiest way to become one of the marquee guys or a legend is to take one out. And all the young guys will be looking at BJ Penn and emailing Sean Shelby saying that, give me a fight with BJ Penn.
It's a name you want in your records.
Yeah.
Did you see where Israel Adesanya, apparently Robert Whiteford's fighting for him? Fighting him for the middleweight title.
A couple of weight classes.
That would have been quite interesting. I saw that and I thought, oh well, obviously a wee boo-boo for the USA's media to fuck.
Adesanya better working his takedown defence.
Robert's now said he's Bellator now, he's back in there. I think that's a good match
for that.
I think he should have gone into that tournament. He should have got in that. He's coming off 3 good wins.
The PFL. Who just went? Somebody just went.
Bellator's doing $1 million tournament as well. So Rogers is in it.
Right, because I know Lockman, he's went to PFL. He's went to PFL.
Their tournament's an 8-man, I think. The Bellator one's a 16-man. It's actually a really good bracket.
That's a shame what happened to that Lockman with the UFC.
He deserved to win, man.
It was a great fight.
It was a stupid.
He's a very good fighter. I don't know how he's not had a crack at the UFC.
I mean, he was a good fighter when he first went into
the UFC. Exactly. And he's even better. Like, how can you not let it get?
It was the way I didn't agree with
Dana White. It's like a takedown or something. It's MMA.
He threw a takedown in that. Now, if it was, I'm sure that any coach, I would assume if you've got a guy who's basically won the fight, you know he's won the fight, and there's only 10 seconds left. Why would you want to exchange wildly with somebody? I thought it was smart for him to secure the takedown, secure the victory, but obviously,
I don't know.
I know.
Some of the guys coming through the contender thing are absolute dog shit as well. So like you watch them and you're like, whoa, how the fuck did they? Maybe two not very good guys. One guy's got a knockout, and you're like, we'll sign him, and then you watch him with somebody who's a bit established, and you're like, those guys should be fighting on regional shows. Not that level. To be in that body cage.
It's sometimes it's how you know. It's like it's not always the best isn't always. That's definitely the best isn't always. The best isn't always get to the big show. It's just sometimes there's a lot of luck involved in. On the subject of big shows, you're supposed to be right now in China.
Maybe sitting my chicken curry then.
Then where do you go? Maybe I think the dogs are your place. Just check your curry. So you were obviously slated to fight in M1 Global.
Yes.
Which is, you've not fought out of Scotland. I know you've said in the past it was something.
I wanted to do it.
You wanted to fight out of Scotland, and China's definitely out of Scotland.
That's
so obviously you got the fight, got your medicals, got all that done. Everything was looking good, and just tell us what happened for your point of view.
It was a bit of a nightmare from kind of start to finish, to be honest. Like, I was like, I took the fight in short notice as it was, so I taken it on like maybe 3.5 weeks notice. Basically, Chris Clark had something on Facebook saying any lightweights had under 8 pro fights with a winning record. I've never beat China. So right away I messaged James, I was like, listen, this could be a cool opportunity. So anyway, we got the fight sorted, fighting this guy, Azamat Bakitov, 5-0, Kazakhstani guy, looked legit, like BJJ brown belt, good grappling, decent striker. So everyone was fine, all the fight was matched, so I guess home from a holiday, obviously trying to get a 3.5 week fight camp. Plus I was like, I think I was like 81, 82 kilos when I found it, so I was trying to get like 12 kilos off in 3.5 weeks. Which is doable, but it's not ideal kind of preparation. And so fight, basically the fight gets, where was I at that? I've lost track of where it was.
So you were getting the weight off. You were trying to get the weight off. Get ready, obviously, for the fight, and then you knew obviously you're fighting the Kazakhstani guy.
Yeah. So then obviously I got a message from Chris Clark. He's like, you need a visa for China. You need your medical and all that done. So this was all like in 2 weeks' notice. So I'm stressed in my head. Get it all done. Finally can relax. I'm flying out on the Monday. This is like the Wednesday. So I was meant to fly out 2 days ago, and then so like, it was funny. My mum was like, everybody's photos up for this M1 Global app, but yours is like, how's that? And I was like, I don't know. I was like, they maybe not announced it yet. So I've messaged Chris. I'm like, how did they not announce this fight yet? And they're like, I'll get on it. So it was like the Wednesday, and I'm like, right, okay. And then I go into the M1 Global website, and it's like 5 minutes ago it comes up, breaking news, this American dude's fighting Stevie McIntosh. And I'm like, I didn't know fucking anything about this, so message Chris Clark like, what's this? Because he was dealing through someone else who was dealing with M1 Global. So I've been like, right, okay, had a look at the guy, 30 pro fights, looked legit, and I was like, and to be honest, the money I was getting for it was nothing special. So I've said to James, like, obviously about it, and they were saying, oh, it must be a misunderstanding because you're definitely fighting this Azamat guy. Thursday comes and there's like, no, that is this guy. But I'm presuming their plan was to get me over there and then be like, oh, by the way, you're fighting this other dude who's 30 pro fights, which was, to be honest, I wasn't that fussed. I was more excited about the opportunity and getting on the big show. But if I'm fighting somebody with 30 pro fights, I'm at least wanting paid reasonable. Like, he's signed for them, so I know he's on good money. So I basically just said, listen, if you offer me something more substantial, I'll take the fight. And then the next thing, fight was off, and that was it. And there was no, I'll get you somebody else or anything. It was just, that's it.
For your point of view, obviously you're going to take the fight as long as you get compensated financially. But for your point of view, James,
decision, no mind really.
When you look at something like that, whether it might be Stevie gets a bit more money or no, you look at Stevie getting shit. First of all, under the circumstances, one, it's a short notice fight. Two, you've got to factor in with the weight cut and travel to China. That's definitely going to play a big part on weight and stuff like that. And then they're putting you in against a guy who's vastly more experienced than you. For your point of view, James, what did you think about the whole situation?
It was the first time for us dealing with M1. I've heard good stuff about them before, but I've also dealt with Russians, promoters and stuff before, so I know stuff can go on. The big thing for us was we asked, once we'd seen the kind of press release thing saying Daniel Swain's back, he's fighting Stevie McIntosh, he's returning to M1 or whatever, we asked what was happening with the fight, and we were told, you're still fighting the Kazakhstani guy, you're still fighting the 5-0 guy, something's not right. And we slept on that overnight, and then actually messaged the American kid, Daniel Swain. I messaged him on Instagram. I was like, that fight's not matched. I think you go back, just more, if I was fighting somebody and I knew the other guy hadn't agreed to fight, I'd want to know about it just because I wasn't wasting my own time. But you get back saying I've signed the contract and stuff, and then actually put up on Instagram his own fight poster with him and Stevie, and I was like, well, we signed to fight this Kazakhstani guy. And after this we spoke to, again it was a bit of a clusterfuck because we were talking to Chris, who was talking to an agent who I presume was talking to M1, and normally we deal straight to the source, which is easier, the matchmaker. And I think the way the fight came about with the Facebook post and that, this agent's probably taking 20% of the purse before Stevie gets anything. So if they came back and said to us, look, your guy's out, we can replace him with this guy, straight out the gate, Steve, we would have took the fight, even if we didn't have to haggle for extra purse and stuff like that. It just a matter of principle, the fact that they said, no, you're still fighting the Kazakhstani guy, and then 24 hours later they're saying, actually you're fighting the American guy. After we've already seen we're fighting the American guy, and I was like, it just doesn't sit right, do you know what I mean? It's not the way to do business.
It's almost deceitful, and it's a wee bit, it just generates, and it's like kind of saying, oh no, it's kind of...
The thing is that they came as I said about it, like we retained the price. Do you know what I mean? Like they've never even like we've never even been asked. And the thing for me was like that guy that I was matched with. I obviously never had a clue. Obviously I'm not going to know a Kazakhstani fighter. So obviously I've done a wee bit of research. I've had a look at him, like went on social media or whatever. The guy's never announced anything about me fighting him at any point, which says to me that I've never been matched with the guy at all.
Even though he signed the contract.
And what I think is, I think the whole time this guy who's Daniel or whatever, I think they've had that prepared. I think he's been there. I think he's probably had a wee bit of training camp, and I think they said, right, we'll get you this guy. Because like, what kind of guy in this day and age doesn't he put something on social media when you're matched with somebody?
Nah, especially
you know, and it was matched for a couple of weeks and it was on a poster and stuff. But this guy who's Azamat, whoever, like never had anything on social media at all, which kind of alarm bells rang right away. And that's why I kept saying, because I was chasing it up all the time. Like, although my fight, like they had that fight poster, I was like, why is this fight not being announced properly yet? Because every other fight on the card was announced like individually, but mine, which I thought there's something not quite right here. And then obviously that was obviously the case, but it's more frustrating because it's been like one thing after another. Like with me specifically, like I've had close to being on like Bellator, close to being on like EFC, close to being just all the big promotions, and then something happens last minute, or you know, and it's just. But it's part of the sport, and you just need to kind of get on with it. But it's frustrating.
I don't think you can dwell into it. I mean, at the end of the day, this stuff happens. There's not you can do about it once it's happened. Looking back, you'll bump into something when you're going forward. So
yeah, that's it.
And you've obviously got an opportunity now as well, because you're going to be fighting in September for the lightweight title made for the cage. For my money, one of the best shows in the UK made for the cage. It's a really good show, well run show. They do it at Rating Meadows Arena, really good venue as well. And obviously, James, you've had guys for the gym down there, Mark Yu and Callum Ury. So you obviously know it's a good show and a good one for Stevie to get down.
I spoke to Dale, the promoter, before the M1 thing as well, and actually another promoter at FFC, Adam Tay, who runs the show at Bolton Stadium. And Stevie's like kind of number one. He's in the picture for both the British titles there at lightweight. So we've been going back and forth with the two of them. So as soon as the M1 thing fell through the day, I texted Stevie saying, look, your fight's off. I pulled it. I texted Dale straight away, and then he got back to me within about an hour, and I was like, right, Stevie, that's your new fight. So he's kind of helped us out there. He's got a very good main event, like Stevie at 5-1, and this kid
6-1.
Yusuf at 6-1 for a good gym. So he's ended up with a really good main event there. The show's excellent. We've worked with that show for a long time. With Martin Delaney was the lightweight champion there, Callum was a featherweight champion, both at pro, and then Mark Hewins, our current lightweight amateur champion. We've had guys on that show. The venue's probably one of the best ones, and Dale's always been helpful with us. He always like, if you can get guys on, he'll help you.
I mean, they're an example of the regional shows. I mean, it's a really good show. Just the production and all that, and I think that it's a really good venue as well. I've been in the venue from Made for the Cage. I was actually in there for Bama Bellator.
Alright, cool.
It's a really good venue as well. Good size. Good size, and it's a good opponent. I think Yusuf just fought in Cage Steel. So he just. He
looks good. It's a tough fight for me, but that's, like I said to you, I'm wanting all the kind of good opponents, like, I need to be putting these guys away, like that's what I want. I've got a tough fight. I know he looks good kind of everywhere. I obviously feel I'm better than him. That's what the whole point of the competition is. Like, obviously I wouldn't take the fight if I don't think I could beat him, but I'm sure he'll bring his A game and I'll bring mine, and it'll be a good fight, so I'm looking forward to it. So it's quite good, because that's me got something just to concentrate on now. Like right before the M1 Global one, I was like, James was like, by the way, because I was matched on FCC as well, and the guy pulled out, so I was like, fuck, I've got no fight now at all. But nah, I'm really looking forward to this fight, like, so a good scrap.
So you just quite hope all your bad luck's out the way this year.
Is
there a part of that sense of you kind of like, I need to play a bit of catch up now? Because you've used a bit of time.
The thing is, I had 2 fights last year, when both of them, so I was starting to kind of build momentum, and then I got injured, and then because I was planning on fighting again, like November time, and then obviously that kind of got put in the back burner, and then obviously the Bellator thing had popped up when I was injured, and it was just like a bit of a nightmare. But I mean, thing is, at the end of the day, I'm just like, I just need to take a fight at a time, and keep trying to win, and if I keep winning, opportunities will happen. So my main focus is just winning this fight in September 14th. So it's a good test, and I'm going to obviously bring my A game and hopefully I can get the job done. And that'll be.
That's it. I think the other thing as well, you've got to remember, something you've got to remember, there's a lot of fighters out there who you've had opportunities that just unfortunately haven't came through. There's a lot of guys out there that haven't, no opportunities have come up for them. So the fact the opportunities are actually just coming up for you shows you there's something there.
Aye.
It's just a case of
that match happening.
Aye, a bit of luck. What do you think of the matchup for Stevie, James?
I think it's a good fight. I think it's two well-rounded kind of. Both of them have got really modern games, like both the good teams and stuff. And it's nice to see guys not ducking or hand-picking guys. You know what I mean? Like we could have went on a smaller show. Or I could have got in touch with a promoter and says, "Can you match Stevie with this guy or that guy?" But they took the fight just as quick as I had said to Dale that Stevie's ready to go, which is testament to the opponent as well. I think it's a good fight, man. Everybody that kind of knows our gym and stuff knows how good Stevie is as well. He's just needing the opportunities to prove to showcase it now. So hopefully that's going to come this year.
You think as well with Stevie as you know, there's no point in getting any easy fights. It's got to be tests for him just to get him ready for that next step. We could
pad his record. I promoted shows for years. I could easily put on shows in Lanark and find undersized guys with it looks on paper like they've got winning records, or guys who are maybe just doing grappling but they're fighting MMA occasionally, and bring them in, and I could get his record to whatever 15-1 within like 2 or 3 years if I wanted. But then you go and put him on one of these big shows, whether it's Cage Warriors or Bellator or the UFC or whatever, and the wheels just come off because you've got a padded record. So he's ready for these kind of tests. He's been ready for these tests for a while, but the padding record thing's it's not going to do you any favours in the long run. He's been progressively taken. There's some guys on his record that we knew he was going to blast through. They were short notice guys. There was guys that came in the week of the fight or 2 or 3 days before, and then he's had other guys that he's going to give you a test, and he's dealt with them even as an amateur. He had close to 15 amateur fights against good guys. But now it's just about the plan for this year was for international fights. He would have been on EFC if they just lost a financial backer. They're really keen to get him and Luke Shanks over. So that's still there. He had the opportunity with Bellator. He got offered Alfie Davis, kind of short notice, at like a week's notice, and he was injured. And we toyed with the idea of fighting with injury, but it wasn't going to do anybody any good. So this is a good opportunity. He's got enough time to train for it properly. We'll be smart about the training. He's got a lot of guys in camp with him that are getting ready for fights now. So the dating the opponent and stuff's good. It's a next test. This guy's probably the best guy he's fought, I think, so far. So. But
I think so.
We're banking on the better guys bringing the better version of Stevie out.
I think I'll perform. I know I can perform better with better opponents. Like sometimes when you fight guys that aren't up too much, it can make you can drag you out of shit. Because like they're obviously doing things that are not normal. But like is it like I've never ever wanted any easy fights ever. Like, and the only time I've had them is when it's been like last minute. Do you know, I would never ever look to get any. Every time I've had a fight at pro, I've always been a more experienced person. It's just that I've always got pull-outs. Like my first 2 pro fights, really, that's the only time it's happened. But I think every other time I've had a kind of fair matchup, kind of where I was at in my pro career. So, but I've been looking for the step up for a while and try and get a good opponent. And I think this will be a good one for sure.
And I think with regards to the record, I think if you look at everybody's record, especially in the regional scene, we all know guys can pull out last minute and you end up having to maybe fight an independent fighter or just no fight at all, which if you've put in a lot of training, they're going to take a fight. It's just the way it works, but you can certainly look through records and you can see when that's the case in a record, or you can see when a record's been padded. But
sure.
It seems like you're at the stage now where it's going to be, you've got to take your tough fights, and it shows you where you're at as well. It lets you know if you're ready to make that step into the bigger shows
definitely.
against the top guys.
I'd rather do it on a regional show than you get to the big show and you're like getting absolutely smoked.
Live and Sky Sports.
But I mean, I know I can hang with it. Like,
Aye.
I've got Stevie and Danny, kind of like the UFC level, kind of UFC fighters. So you know what I mean. I've got guys that are kind of pushing me. Like I've had Turner there. I mean, I've been here for a long time as well. Like, I've been training probably 3 for 5-6 years now. So like, I've had a lot of rounds with guys, and I've obviously, if I wasn't hanging with them, like I wouldn't still be here. Do you know what I mean? Like, so I feel like I'm like progressing, like from the stage I'm at. I think it's a really good fight for me.
So it's a case of what you believe in the gym and what you're doing in here. It's you need to show everybody else out with the gym, guys that are connected to the gym, everybody that's involved in the scene, for promoters.
Yeah.
You need to show them what you can do, and this is probably as good an opportunity as you've
Yeah,
got.
definitely. Yeah.
Perfect. Well, I think we'll end on that note. First episode of the podcast. Just before we go, anything else coming up? Anything that you've got going on that you want to quickly let us know about?
I think I've got Stevie Ray probably on the next episode of this, talking about the Polaris match with Paddy, the baddie.
Aye, that's going to be fun. That's going to be fun.
Should be cool. And Cage Warriors, at the time this comes out, I think it should be announced that Luke Shanks is at Cage Warriors fighting Pedro Menga, which is a massive step up from him, but
yeah,
it's another big fight.
Good stuff. Excellent. Well, we'll end on that note and just let people know. So we'll have episodes running every couple of weeks. We'll get them out to you. And yep, thanks for tuning in.
Cheers.
Just switch and.